guys, we're going after it today. We're about to play. Our next game is Magnificat. We're coming up on this game. And is everybody here so I can start this?
We're missing the freshmen.
The freshmen again?
Where are the damn freshmen at? Freshmen! Oh my God!
All right, so practice plan today. You know, we're going at it. We just had Medina. Guys, Medina, like when we took that, you guys got to remember that game. Like we went after them, and we may have that possibility to go after Medina again. We dominated them, we outshot them. We did it for the first time. We got a schedule.
Coach, how are we supposed to beat them when they're so much bigger than us?
It's the grind. That last game, Milligan, when you went after it, slid that kid, and then right after that, saved the ball, went to Zalar, and she knocked that player down. And then Phillips, 10 head balls in a row. It's unbelievable what you guys can do. I don't care how small you guys are. You're going to face that team that's a little bit bigger sometime, and we're going to go after that. But right now, our next game is Max, and they're good. They're ranked. And look at our ranking right now in Cleveland. Clean dealer put us down. Like, yeah, Medina's up here. Bay, they took us that first part of the year. But we have a chance to take down a Titan. And that's our next game, and we've got to deal with this. Here's our practice plan. Practice plan, got skills development. Edgar's going to help us out with that. 30 minutes to start, and that's every single day. We're going to be the most skilled team around. Nobody's done that. You guys are players, not girls that are players. You're soccer players, and I'm treating you like that. Our competitions are going to grow. I know you're not used to those competitions. We're going to keep on going with that. And everything is to goal. Remember, you get in the box, back, slot, touch, finish the ball. And then a full run in the end. You cut the corners. That last practice, who cut the corners? Who was it? Did it? Who cut the corner? First time that you guys did it without cutting corners. It's going to pay off in life. Good job. Good job.
I do remember running around the field, and we weren't allowed to cut corners. Do you guys remember that? And if someone cut the corner, we'd have to run again. And that's a life lesson too. You know, you don't cut corners on the soccer field, and you don't cut corners in life either. So I always remember that.
I still can't cut a corner. Like I do a boot camp in the morning.
Me too.
And I'm like the awkward one that will like purposely like run around where everybody's
90-degree angle.
I can't. Like I know I'm gonna have to do sprints if I do this. 100%. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you brought that up. But it is true. Like I can't get past that.
Yeah. Well, my daughter's coach just brought that up. They just started practice last week, so they were going around, and couple of the girls cut corners. She's like, we'll talk about that next practice. And I'm thinking, oh, I remember these days. So
tell your mamas and papas, overtimes begin. We're going to be the fittest team out there. We're starting with 5 minutes. This is halfway through the season now. And we're going to increase that 1 minute every single time for that last game. And just by chance, if we ever go to overtime, we're going to have an edge on that other team. And hopefully that comes. So we're going to start that. This is a reward. It's not a punishment. It is an absolute reward. We're going to be fitter than every team. It's the day that we can do that. All right, let's go practice.
I think we did a really good job, like, of encouraging each other too. Like, we took one game at a time, but we also, like, you know, when Felton started making us do that, like, overtime running, like after games and stuff, like we might have just ran like the whole game, right? And it was a tough game, but we'd still do those overtimes. And we're like, are you trying to kill us? We're gonna, but I think we all got through it together, and that was some bonding too. And I think at the end of the day, that's that kind of conditioning and him pushing us to kind of do that really helped us in the postseason and get to where we got, as far as the state championship goes. I mean, no one was going to beat our fitness level, but I think we all encourage each other game after game, getting through it, through those tough times, through that extra conditioning. I mean, we were all in it together.
What is it you've taken in, everything you've heard, you've learned about the 98 team from Coach Felton and everyone else that has helped you and helped the current team?
I would say that the overtime that they did in the 98 year versus like now, it's still the same, still that extra work that we put in off the field and on the field that just makes us be able to go as much as we can and even more on the field. Basically, overtime is after games so that we can increase our fitness every single time. We add minutes after every game so that it will put us above other teams towards the end of the season.
How much of an advantage do you think that gives you guys?
I think it gives us a really good advantage because it means we're working harder than other teams and we're putting more effort in, and then it'll show in all of our games.
So what's taken throughout the years of the 98ers is their grittiness and how much they grind, and no matter what size, how small they were, the 98ers, or how much talent your team has, that grindiness in some games just takes over and will get you to win. And that's the biggest advantage and the biggest thing that the 98ers had was the grindiness, and as a team too. So
I've learned to just be brave in all situations, kind of going off what Macy said, the grittiness and not being afraid to win a ball in the air or run into the box and make those runs on a corner or a free kick. We have a freshman now, Savannah Spizak, who has really grown in the heading department and getting up and being brave out of the air.
I remember going into that game, walking towards the field, and then one of the other spectators for the other side leaned over and said, "Where's your varsity team?" Heckling us. Just that we were so,
Tiny.
I'm like, okay, all right, that's how this is
actually
going to
pretty
play
funny.
out.
That's good. That's good. That's good banter.
Karma.
I'll have to give him that one.
Yeah.
I tell that to my daughters too, though. I talk about I use you, Katie, as an example. I talk about, because my older daughter is small. She's never going to be a giant person. And when she plays, she's fast. And I talk about you don't have to be the biggest on the field. Fast, good foot skills, be scrappy, tough. And I said, those are all things that you are. And I said, I used to play with a girl that reminds me a lot of you. And I said, she was fantastic. And you don't have to be the biggest to be the best on the field. So
right.
We don't, and we weren't big. We didn't have height really on our side. Even in goalkeeper, you think about height, long arms. You guys are not, 5'10".
Kate and I do not look like typical great goalkeepers.
Yes, that's right.
Not basketball
job
player
done.
height
All
and
that
jumps.
matters.
It's amazing.
Got the job done.
A normal person would look at your team and you're so small and you're just physically overmatched. How did you girls do it?
I know we don't look that big, and a lot of people ask that same question, but we lack in height. We make it up in toughness though, and it was a really windy game, and I just think we all kind of came together, had our culture as a team, and we know what it is. It's just to grind it out and keep working and slide tackle and win the ball in the air and fight for it. And if you got to get down and dirty, you got to get down and dirty. Feliciano, she got a black eye in the last 3 minutes, and even till the very end, we still were fighting to make sure we kept our 1-0 lead.
When did you girls realize that this dream could become a reality?
When we played Medina the second time, Coach Felton came to us and he said, you have an opportunity here to beat previous year state champion, to beat the Pioneer Conference champions, and then to get revenge from losing to Medina 3-1 in the regular season. And that's when we knew as a team that we had to pull it together. We had to fight a little harder on everything to get that win. And after we took that win against Medina, then we knew we were going to state championship, and we were ready to continue to fight all the way. And a lot of other people ask, how can you girls be so small and still win? what we lack in height, we make up for in toughness.
I just remember we were all really close. I think we were a really close-knit team, and, you know, we were always there for each other, and, you know, every practice we were working hard, and I think we didn't realize that we could win something like that. But, you know, as the season progressed, I think we were just like, we're going to do this. We're going to make it happen. And I think that we all worked really hard for it. And no certain game really sticks out in my head. Well, a lot of games do, but just, you know, the bus ride with Madonna's Like a Prayer. Remember that? Our team song.
So great having that stadium, and it was. I remember how much wider it was.
It was so big, which was great. For
and so
the
yeah,
way we
and
played.
like
I think that's why we beat teams. Honestly,
yeah,
we played our best.
We had
on
Eminem on the sides who were like fast, and we could play it out. Like when we played on those skinny ass narrow teams that really favored the big brute teams, you know, those were our harder games.
Yeah.
But that huge field, when we could spread everybody out and wear them out and get you guys running down the field at full speed and never dying, like, I mean, it was built for us.
Okay. Mustangs on 3! 1, 2, 3, Mustangs!